In 1967, America was a country in the midst of change. The civil rights movement was gaining momentum, and people across the nation were coming together to fight for equality. Detroit, known for its vibrant culture and rich history, became a gathering place for this important struggle. It was a time when voices were rising up against injustice, and hope was alive in the hearts of many. At the heart of this movement stood Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a man whose words inspired millions. He traveled from city to city, sharing his dream of a future where people would be judged not by the color of their skin but by the content of their character. His speeches were powerful, filled with passion and determination. Many looked up to him not just as a leader, but as a beacon of hope in challenging times. On this particular day in Detroit, excitement filled the air as crowds gathered to hear Dr. King speak. People from all walks of life came together, united by a common purpose. They were eager to listen to his message and learn how they could contribute to the fight for civil rights. The event buzzed with anticipation, as friends reunited and families shared stories of their struggles and triumphs. Eugene Riley, a 52-year-old man who had been blind since birth, felt a strong desire to meet Dr. King. He knew that this moment could be special, a chance to connect with someone who embodied hope and courage. The crowd surrounded him, filled with energy and optimism. As Eugene made his way through the sea of people toward Dr. King, it was clear that this event would not just be another rally but a memorable moment that would touch many hearts. The atmosphere was one of unity and respect, setting the stage for an extraordinary encounter that would be remembered for years to come. Eugene Riley was a remarkable man whose life was shaped by the challenges he faced. At 52 years old, he had been blind since birth, yet he never let his disability define him or limit his dreams. Growing up in a world that often overlooked those with disabilities, Eugene developed a strong spirit and resilience. He learned to navigate life by relying on his other senses, creating a deep understanding of his surroundings through sound and touch. Eugene had always been passionate about the civil rights movement. His heart ached for the injustices faced by many people in America, especially those who were marginalized. He followed Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s work closely, feeling inspired by King's vision of equality and justice. Dr. King's words resonated with Eugene, giving him hope that one day the world could be different, a place where everyone would have equal rights and opportunities. On that day in Detroit, Eugene felt an overwhelming urge to meet Dr. King. The event was not only an opportunity to hear the powerful leader speak but also a chance to connect with someone who stood up against injustice and fought for the rights of others. With courage in his heart, Eugene made his way through the bustling crowd, guided by the voices around him. As he moved forward, he visualized what it might be like to stand beside such a courageous figure. Eugene thought about how it would feel to share a moment with Dr. King, someone who had dedicated his life to lifting others up. The energy in the air fueled Eugene's determination as he approached the stage where Dr. King would soon speak. The excitement filled him with hope, knowing that this meeting could symbolize more than just an encounter between two individuals. It represented the dreams of countless people striving for equality and justice, and Eugene was ready to be part of that momentous occasion. As Eugene made his way through the bustling crowd, he could feel the electric atmosphere surrounding him. The excitement was palpable, reverberating in the voices of those around him. Each step brought him closer to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and his heart raced with anticipation. This was not merely a chance encounter for Eugene. It was a moment he had dreamed about for years. Guided by the sound of Dr. King's voice echoing in the air, Eugene focused on blocking out distractions. He could hear laughter and conversations blending into a joyous symphony as people exchanged stories and shared their hopes for a brighter future. But all he could think about was meeting this man who had become such an essential part of the fight for justice and equality. As he approached, Eugene felt both nervous and exhilarated. He took a deep breath to calm himself, reminding himself of the words he would like to express if given the chance. The camaraderie of those attending provided comfort. They were all there for a common cause, fueled by admiration for Dr. King. Finally, Eugene found himself standing before Dr. King, whose powerful presence seemed to transcend the space around them. In that moment, time appeared to stand still. Eugene felt an overwhelming sense of reverence for this great leader. He understood that many stood in line to meet him, yet something about this encounter made it feel uniquely destined. Before Eugene could gather his thoughts to speak, Dr. King gently reached out and took his arm instead of offering a handshake. It was simple yet profound. With that warm gesture, Dr. King conveyed kindness and accessibility without saying a word. As they began to walk together through the crowd, Eugene felt as though they were moving in harmony with a great wave of energy that parted before them. Everyone watched silently as they passed. A blend of awe and admiration filled the air, not just for Dr. King's celebrated status but also for this touching moment between him and a man whose spirit shone brightly against all odds. As Eugene stood before Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he felt the warmth radiating from the leader's presence. Instead of offering a handshake, which might be expected in such an encounter, Dr. King reached out with gentle confidence and took Eugene's arm softly. It was a simple yet intimate gesture that immediately put Eugene at ease, allowing him to feel connected to this extraordinary man. Dr. King's approach was a reflection of his deep understanding of humanity and his belief in the power of compassion. He recognized that for someone like Eugene, who had never seen the world but felt its vibrations, this moment was about more than merely greeting a famous figure. It was about connection and acknowledgement. Rather than drawing attention to himself, Dr. King seemed to elevate Eugene's spirit, respecting his individuality while guiding him through the collective energy of the crowd. As they began to walk together, an almost magical atmosphere enveloped them. People around them noticed this special moment unfolding. Silence fell over the crowd as they parted respectfully, creating a clear path for the two. Witnesses could sense that this was not merely a meeting between a leader and a follower but rather a profound exchange of human connection filled with warmth and mutual respect. For Eugene, walking alongside Dr. King felt like stepping into an exhilarating dream. As they advanced through the crowd, he could hear whispers of admiration and reverence from those who watched, people silently expressing their appreciation for this act of kindness. With each step they took together, Eugene felt uplifted by Dr. King's presence. It reassured him that no matter the difficulties he faced in life, he too played an important role in the fight for justice. This gentle walk through the gathering became an emblematic moment, highlighting Dr. King's ability to connect deeply with individuals and reminding everyone that true leadership comes from understanding and recognizing one another's worth, regardless of their circumstances or challenges. It was a demonstration of unity that left an indelible mark on all who witnessed it. As Dr. King and Eugene Riley moved through the crowd, an extraordinary silence enveloped the gathering. It was as if the very air shifted, drawing the attention of everyone present. The once bustling noise of excited chatter faded into a respectful hush, creating an almost sacred atmosphere. People instinctively recognized that something meaningful was unfolding before them. One by one, individuals in the crowd parted, creating a clear path for the duo. It was a spontaneous act of respect and admiration for both the leader and the man beside him. Eugene felt the gentle pressure of people moving aside, their collective awe transforming the moment into something larger than life. He could hear their soft breaths and whispered exchanges as they watched, captivated by this unexpected connection. The atmosphere was thick with emotion, as onlookers sensed that they were witnessing not just a brief meeting but a profound human exchange. Eyes filled with tears as many understood the significance of Dr. King's gesture, recognizing it as a testament to empathy and understanding in a time when such qualities were desperately needed. For them, this moment symbolized hope, the belief that even in adversity, kindness could bridge divides. With every step they took together, Eugene felt buoyed by Dr. King's presence. The crowd's silent reverence seemed to uplift him. He realized he was part of something much bigger than himself, a collective yearning for justice that resonated in the hearts of those gathered around them. The powerful leader's calming aura wrapped around Eugene like a warm embrace. Witnesses would later describe how they felt an overwhelming sense of togetherness during that walk. It stirred deep feelings of admiration for both men, Dr. King for his relentless fight for equality, and Eugene for his unyielding spirit against challenges life had thrown at him. As they passed, many couldn't help but marvel at how this encounter represented unity and hope in action, reinforcing their belief that everyone, regardless of their circumstances, has a role to play in creating change. This moment would linger in their memories long after the event concluded, an indelible testament to compassion and mutual respect in a world striving for equality. The moment Dr. King and Eugene Riley shared as they walked together through the crowd left an indelible mark on all who witnessed it. For many, it was a powerful reminder of the strength found in compassion and the human spirit. The atmosphere, once buzzing with excitement, had transformed into something sacred, filled with emotion and reverence. Eyes brimmed with tears as people recognized that they were not just spectators but participants in a significant event that symbolized hope and unity. For Eugene, this encounter was more than a moment with a revered leader. It was a profound affirmation of his own identity and worth. As he walked alongside Dr. King, he felt empowered, as if the leader's strength and resolve were flowing into him. It was a powerful recognition that he too had a role in the fight for justice, a fight that transcended his own challenges. This realization ignited a fire within him, reinforcing his belief that even someone who faced adversity could make a difference. The crowd, too, felt changed by the experience. Many attendees later recounted feelings of inspiration and renewed purpose as they witnessed the gentle bond between two individuals from very different walks of life. In that brief exchange, they saw a reflection of their own struggles and aspirations, the desire for dignity, equality, and respect. It reminded them of the power of kindness, especially in times of turmoil. Witnesses spoke about how this moment remained etched in their memories long after the event concluded. It served as a touching reminder of the ideals Dr. King championed, the importance of seeing one another as fellow human beings deserving of love and respect. For those present, this encounter encapsulated everything they were fighting for, a world where compassion triumphed over division. As they left the event, many felt a rekindled sense of hope and determination to continue striving for change within their communities. The impact of Dr. King's gentle guidance and Eugene's unwavering spirit resonated deeply, inspiring all who were fortunate enough to witness that extraordinary moment in history. In the days and weeks following the event, many attendees shared their powerful testimonies about the encounter between Dr. King and Eugene Riley. For most, it was a moment that transcended mere words, resonating deeply in their hearts. One woman, who had been moved to tears during the encounter, recalled how she felt an overwhelming sense of hope wash over her as she watched Dr. King walk with Eugene. "It reminded me that we are all connected," she said, her eyes glistening with emotion. "In that moment, I saw the beauty of humanity shining through." Another attendee, a young man who was also involved in the civil rights movement, described feeling inspired by what he witnessed. "Seeing Dr. King treat Eugene with such kindness made me realize the impact of our actions," he reflected. "It was not just about fighting for civil rights, but also about acknowledging each person's dignity." This message struck a chord with many in the crowd and served as a reminder to value each individual's journey. A local teacher who attended the event remarked on how this moment had reinforced her commitment to teaching her students about empathy and understanding. "I want them to learn that everyone deserves respect," she stated firmly. Dr. King's gesture with Eugene was a lesson for all of us. It showed that compassion can change lives. Eugene himself later expressed how the event transformed his perspective on his place in the movement. "I always felt like just one person," he shared. "But walking beside Dr. King gave me a sense of belonging. It was as if he was carrying all our hopes with him." His words echoed through the memories of those who had witnessed the encounter, amplifying its importance. As people continued to share their stories, it became evident that this moment was more than just a fleeting encounter. It had woven itself into the fabric of their lives. The powerful emotions ignited that day ignited an enduring flame of hope and purpose in the hearts of many, inspiring them to continue fighting for justice and equality in their own communities. The encounter between Dr. King and Eugene Riley not only embodies a moment of personal connection but also resonates with the broader message of kindness and compassion that Dr. King championed throughout his life. His leadership was rooted in the belief that every individual, regardless of their background or circumstances, deserves respect and dignity. This simple yet profound gesture of taking Eugene's arm instead of offering a handshake reflected his commitment to seeing the humanity in others, emphasizing the importance of connection over formality. In an era marked by division and struggle, Dr. King consistently advocated for love as a powerful tool for change. The act of walking with Eugene through the crowd became a vivid illustration of this philosophy. It demonstrated that true strength lies not just in words spoken on stages but in the everyday acts of compassion that allow people to feel seen and valued. The warmth of Dr. King's gesture conveyed an unspoken message, that everyone has a role to play in the fight for justice, no matter how small it may seem. This legacy of kindness continues to inspire generations long after that day in Detroit. People reflect on how Dr. King's approach encourages them to practice empathy in their own lives, fostering connections within their communities. His belief that compassion can overcome obstacles serves as a guiding principle for many who are dedicated to making a difference. Furthermore, the encounter serves as a reminder that moments of kindness can ripple outward, creating waves of positive change. Witnesses to this heartfelt exchange were deeply moved, inspiring them to carry forward Dr. King's message by embracing acts of compassion in their daily interactions. They learned that when individuals uplift one another through understanding and love, they strengthen the fabric of society itself. As we recall this special moment between Dr. King and Eugene Riley, we are reminded of our shared responsibility to treat each other with kindness, reinforcing the idea that compassion is a crucial element in the ongoing quest for justice and equality. In honoring this legacy, we continue to nurture hope for a brighter future where every person feels valued and empowered. The encounter between Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Eugene Riley remains a deeply impactful moment in history, encapsulating the essence of compassion and kindness that can transform lives. As witnesses reflect on the event, they often express how this simple interaction became a powerful symbol of hope and unity during a tumultuous time in America. Dr. King's gentle gesture of taking Eugene's arm instead of shaking hands not only affirmed Eugene's worth but also highlighted the importance of recognizing the humanity in everyone. This moment serves as a reminder that acts of kindness can leave profound marks on people's lives, inspiring them to embrace empathy and understanding in their daily interactions. For many who were present that day, the memory of Dr. King walking with Eugene created an enduring sense of purpose, encouraging them to continue fighting for justice and equality within their own communities. It demonstrated that even small gestures can resonate deeply, prompting individuals to uplift one another and extend compassion in ways that might seem insignificant at first. As time has passed, the story of this encounter has been retold countless times, reinforcing its legacy as a beacon of hope. It encourages people to recognize their shared humanity and to consider how their actions can contribute to a greater good. The ripple effects of kindness are far-reaching. When individuals choose to uplift others through compassion, they foster environments where understanding thrives and division diminishes. Ultimately, Dr. King's interaction with Eugene Riley illustrates that leadership is not solely about grand speeches or significant moments. It is also about nurturing connections that empower individuals and inspire collective action. As we remember this pivotal encounter, we are reminded of our responsibility to treat each other with kindness and respect, reinforcing the idea that every act of compassion, no matter how small, has the potential to create lasting change. In honoring this legacy, we cultivate hope for a future where everyone feels valued and empowered to make a difference, reminding ourselves that acts of kindness are truly transformative in our ongoing journey toward justice and equality for all.